little Ziggy. Hey, little Ziggy. I hang these up on my oven. Do you want that, do you? Hey, do you want the tea towel? Oh, probably shouldn't take it, should you? I know you want to though, don't you? Yes, you do. She says, yes. When you're not looking, Mum, I'm going to take it. I'm going to run away with it. Come here. Come here. Oh, she's gone. She's gone. G'day, guys. Welcome back. I've got something really exciting today. Look, I've got these butterflies. Aren't they cute? I ordered them on eBay. I got 2 packets. They're both the same, so I've just opened this one packet here. They feel a bit like plastic. That's the back. They've got a little magnet on them. So I was hoping that they'd actually be able to fit in and still be level with the top of my molds, which I think they will be. But aren't they cute? And there's like different sizes. There's some really big ones. All sticking together. And I wasn't sure if I wanted to put like 3 in a mold, but then I thought, no, I'm just going to stick to just do 1 in a mold for today. I've got lots of different ones. They're all a little bit different. Aren't they gorgeous? Look at that one. So they came with these as well, but I guess if you want to stick them to your wall or something, you would use those. So the really big ones that aren't going to fit, I'm going to move them out of the way. I can use them for something else. And then the little tiny ones, I don't want to use them either, so they can move out of the way. So I'm left with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now out of the 5, these 4 are the more similar sizes, and that one's a little bit big, so he can go over there, and that's my decision done. I've got 4 gorgeous butterflies. So what I'm going to do this in 2 stages. I'll put these here because these are the ones I'm going to use. So the first stage, I'm going to put just a little bit of resin down, because I think if I just flood them with resin, they may float or the wings will poke up, and don't want that. So I'm going to do it in 2 stages. And first of all, I was just going to do clear with the butterflies, and I thought, oh, that's a bit boring. So what I thought I would do is put a tiny little bit of this mermaid pigment powder from Resin Art just around the very edge, and just try and get a tiny bit, and then pour in the middle some of this Max Sparkle White from Color Passion. So that's really pretty. And then I'll stick the butterflies into those, and then once they've set, then I'll come back with a clear coat. So that's my plan. And I also ordered these ones. They're more of a natural kind of a tone color. So I've got 2 packets of those. And I want to do my big tray, you know, my big geode tray. I want to do those with a gold sparkle base and these black handles that look like branches. So that will be coming up soon. I've got so many ideas of things I want to do buzzing around in my head, and I seriously don't have time to do them all. Oh, but anyway, that will be coming up soon, because I had fun doing the leaf one. So yep, done and dusted, done my leaves. So I'm moving on to butterflies now. The resin I'm using today is this one, because I don't need to get striations. So just the Platinum Ultra. It's really cheap here in Australia. I buy it on eBay. Yeah, so as I said, I don't need striations in this, so I'm just going to use it as a filler because it's nice and cheap. I'll put my other butterflies there, and let's do a little bit of this. I didn't want to do the same color, like bright blue. So we'll see what this looks like. So yeah, I didn't want exactly the same color. I just thought maybe a little bit of a teal kind of a color would look nice. So just doing maybe 1/4 of a cup there. I'll see what that looks like. Ooh, that's pretty. It's like a color shift kind of a paint. Not paint, pigment color. All right, it's still a little bit on the transparent side, so I'm going to add just a touch more. And I know I've got resin in there already, but if I just do that, it'll just stick to whatever wants to stick to the stick will, and the rest of it is still nice and free of resin. So yeah, just a tiny little bit. I made up 65 grams of A and 30 grams of B. So a little bit more of A because it's a bit heavier. Okay, that's very pretty, isn't it? It's blue, but it's got this slight tinge of teal to it. So let's see how that goes. So that'll just be for my little edges. Now these coasters, I'll tell you about these coasters. This is one of the molds that I make. It is available in my eBay store, and the link's in the description. They are 12 centimeters wide, which is what? Close, not quite 5 inches. There's 5 inches there. 4.8 maybe inches, so that's the size of them. Nice size, I think. Okay, here we go. Now I'm going to pinch the point and try to get a really tiny little bit around. That's why I put it into this little paper cup, just to see if I could get just a little bit. Hopefully I've got enough to go around. Get it? Haha. Hopefully I've got enough to do 4, I mean. This is a 4-ounce little paper cup. 120 mils. So yeah, I've just put about a quarter full down the bottom there. That one's missing a little bit. I've got some pop sticks underneath this board. I've got this, this is a silicone mat that sits here, and I've got a timber board, and then I've got my pop sticks underneath because my floor in my garage or studio is not level. So if you want to make sure if it's level, like put your mold down, fill it up with water as high as it can go, and then see what it does. Like if an area is overflowing, like you know, you'll be able to see if it's sloping or not. So if your water's doing that on an angle, then obviously put a pop stick under this side, lift it up. So that's what you do. Make sure that it's level with water first, and then you're right to go. You're not going to have any resin accidents, is what I would recommend anyway. What do I know? I'm still learning. I'm having fun though. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to push this into the little edges there. Just because I couldn't get close enough to get into all the little edges, like so. And if you do get one of my molds, as with all molds, don't get too close with your torch. This silicone, it's a soft silicone. I mean, you know, it's not as hard as some of them. Some of them are quite rigid molds. It's a softer silicone. It can go to 120 degrees Celsius, which is 248 Fahrenheit. So if you torch madly, you're going to melt the silicone, and your resin will stick. Like I've done that. You guys have seen me do that. I've melted molds. Even without torching too. You know my pyramid one that I melted because the resin got really hot because it was too thick, like too deep. So yeah, go figure. So just be careful. Don't over torch. And it's something I'm being guilty of too, over torching. I have to check myself. Now I think what I'll do is I'm going to put them in first. It's got a very flat bottom there, so I'm just going to pop it in. That's going to kind of stick down. I just don't want the wings to be too close up there. Oops, there's a bit of fluff. Brought some fluff in with me. Okay, and then you can go there. So there obviously will be a little bit more room at the top than the bottom, just because of the way the butterfly is shaped, but I just don't want the wings to be too close. Now, where's my stick? I need a clean popsicle stick. Because the silicone is kind of sticky. Actually, I might just leave it like that. The silicone's sticky, so the wings are actually wanting to stick down. But what I'll do is I'm going to pour the clear. Maybe that wasn't a good idea. No, I think I need to put the clear down first and then push the butterflies in on top. Yep, let's do that. So I'm just going to put a little bit of this Max Sparkle White in. Looks quite a greeny colour there, doesn't it? Now again, I don't want too much. Let's just try a little bit first. Basically want it clear, but just a little bit of bling, you know. You want to be able to see through it. Perfect. I don't want any more than that. Perfect. Leave those there so that you can read them. Probably didn't even need that much. But yeah, just for a little bit of a bling. And then when I do my top coat, it'll just be clear. So let's just... I made little marks there with the base of them. That's okay. You won't see them. Now I'm going to just pour a little bit in first, to make sure that I've got enough to go around. So basically just want to coat the bottom of these coasters, because then I've got it, then hopefully I'll have enough room afterwards to come back and put my top layer in. And then I guess you could, if you wanted to, when your coasters were dry, maybe some silver edging would look really pretty, or you could just leave them plain. Oh, look at that. Wow. Let's just push this out so that it's touching the edge, so that we get that gorgeous blurred kind of colouring there that we're getting. As soon as the clear touches that other colour, it starts bleeding into it. So we just need to make sure it's touching all the way around. Ooh, it's looking really pretty. Look at that. It's got like a darker turquoise around the edge, and then in the center there it's getting lighter. How pretty is that? I didn't know it was going to do that. So pretty. And by having the butterfly sitting on top, hopefully we won't lose too much of the pattern. Just going to throw that out. Oh, that's so pretty. Okay, I leave my gloves on. I guess I can. It's just tricky with, no, I'm going to take, no, I'm going to take them off for this, because I don't want to stick my gloves in to my resin, because they're a bit loose on me. So I think what I'll do is, now I have to make sure this is very correct in the right spot, because there's no coming back from this. Actually, let's torch first. Where's my torch? Really lightly pop some bubbles. Don't get too close. Is that a bubble? No, see, that's enough. All right, here we go. Here we go. Let's put the first one in. It doesn't matter if it's like twisted, because it's a circle. So Don't worry. If it's not, you know, that way, it doesn't matter. It's a circle, so. And make sure that you're putting it up the right way, because that's the magnet. See the little round bit? That's your magnet. There's a bubble. So you can move it a little bit to make sure that, you know, these are kind of similar, I guess, distances apart. Well, I haven't got a lot of clear left. I guess I could have even made my little, maybe a piping bag next time, using this as the very edge, because it does get pulled in. So a lot of that clear sparkle we're probably going to lose, but there's still a little bit of it there. Not much, but a little bit. So I'm just going to make sure that everything's pushed down, which it is. This little wing is sticking up a little bit, but I think once I put my next coat on, it'll be fine. What do you think? What do you think? Torch them real quick. I don't want to melt my butterflies. Alrighty. That's so pretty. Let's go down for a little sneaky peek look. Even though they're upside down. And again, my colours look blue instead of turquoise, but that's okay. I do wish I had a little bit more clear in the middle. But I've got more butterflies now. Maybe I can do it again. I've got another packet. Look, I've got this packet that I haven't even opened yet. But yeah, maybe next time put a little bit less in on the edges, on the edge. Look at that one, it's got white around it. I wonder if I can do that too. What about if I push on you? Oh! Ooh. Oh, okay. Well, pushing on you, it's giving me a little bit of the white coming through on the edges. Okay, oh, that's, yeah, I like that. Let's do it again. I don't know if it'll stay like that though, but I do like that. Maybe I need to come and just do it as the resin's setting up. I don't, because it just, you know, it'll just keep coming back again. But maybe if I do it as the resin's setting, maybe I might have a little bit of white around it. But if I don't, that's okay. Because it's coming back again. It's hiding. I'm losing all my white center. But look, it doesn't matter. It's fine. I've got a different color. I've got the darker on the edges, and then it gets lighter and lighter. So regardless of whether I lose my clear in the center, my sparkle, we're getting a gorgeous shading, which is really pretty. So, all right, I'll see you probably 2 hours. Wait for this to set enough, and then I'll come back and do the top coat. All right, see you then. Okay, so it's been a couple of hours. The resin's still tacky. I've been trying to push this little antenna down because it keeps popping up. But it doesn't want to stay down. Same with this little one. It doesn't want to stay down. But yeah, it's still, the resin's still a little bit sticky. But I'm going to put the next layer on anyway. And I just hope that these are deep enough to accommodate that body, because it's quite high. Like, I didn't measure it. Like, how do you measure it? Because the wings are in the way. So we'll just have to see. I'm going to pour some resin over it and hope for the best. I made up 160 grams. 100 and... what did I do? 115 of A and 50 of B. Something like that. So... let's see. Please cover it. I'm just going to put a little bit on each first, just so that I make sure I've got enough to go around. Around again. Yeah, if I haven't got enough, then like I don't know that I can put any more on there because you don't want to overfill them, you know. You can only go so much. Let's have a look. Oops, I'm nearly out. Probably could have made up an extra 20 grams, you know. Might do that now quickly because I can still put a little bit more in, like they're not doming. And I can see these little back bodies here. What are they called? Abdomen. Head, abdomen, thorax. That's how I remember it when I used to do biology in school. Head, abdomen and thorax. So that's the thorax down there, the little pointy bit. And it wants to, I can still see it poking through. So I think I'm going to just mix up like an ounce. I'll just do 30 grams. So close. It's only just poking through. So close. Can I get any more out? Yeah. Oh my gosh. So close. All right, let's torch that. I'll make up just a tiny little bit more. Pop those bubbles. They're looking really pretty though, aren't they? I really like these. I must say, dropped a bit in there. Let's clean that out. Actually, I'm going to have to get a wet one. All right, I'm just going to, you don't want to see me do it again, do you? Yeah, all right. I'll mix some up. I'll be back in 5. Hang on. Don't go anywhere. Righto. It's really hard mixing up such a tiny amount, 1 ounce. And I've got a lot of bubbles in it. I'll torch after. Okay, so, oop, there's some bubbles. I've got a torch on his back. Alright, let's pour a little bit more in. And hopefully it will just cover. I'm just going to pour in enough to cover that little thorax there. This one's pretty good. He's already covered, so I probably don't need very much in him, but I'll put a little bit more in anyway. And then I'm going to stand back over here and have a look across there into the light of the window, and that will actually show me which ones need a little bit more. And I'll bring you down in a minute so that you can have a look as well. Okay, so this one, his head is still poking through. Alright, stand back again. And this antenna. This is the one I was trying to poke down before and it didn't want to stay. I might have to come back and poke him down a few times actually. Put some more on him. I hope 30 grams was enough, 1 ounce. Now I can see a few little bubbles as well over the top. When you stand back like that and you look at the across the top into the light, you can see the bubbles as well. I'm just sitting on top of the wings. Alright, let's have another little look. Yep, nothing's poking through, and I can see that these two on the end here can accommodate a little bit more resin. So I'm just going to use everything up since I've got it. It's not going to overflow. I'll just add everything that I've got left over. And then I'll bring you down and show you what I mean about looking across the top. Let's have another little look. Yep. That's it, all gone. Okay, clean up my mess. Now, let me just clean this, and then I can take my gloves off. Put that over there, put that in there, put that in there, take my gloves off, and then I am resin free. There we go. And turn the ring light off, and let's get you down, and I'll show you what I mean about looking across the top. Here we go. See that? Because I've got a window just there. So if you look across the top, you can see if anything's poking through. You can see if there's any bubbles, and it's all looking good. So there we go. And they are looking so pretty. We're actually getting some really nice effects with that greeny blue turquoise around the edges, and then that clear with the sparkle. Looking really pretty. I mean, I would have liked a little bit more of the sparkle in the center, but next time, as I said, I might try a piping bag just to get a tiny little bit around the edge, but still very happy with them. Right, I'm going to cover them up now with my trusty plastic drawer. And then, yeah, we'll unmold them tomorrow. I'll give them another quick torch in about 5 minutes when the bubbles have stopped rising. And I'll see you tomorrow for the unmolding. It's going to be so fun. Looking forward to this one. See you then. Good morning. Rightio, here we go. Got this sun streaming in from the morning sun here. So let's have a little look. It come out really easily. Got a little bit of overflow just there that I'll need to trim off. But look, we've got the transparency. Yay! I shouldn't have that behind it, should I? So there's all our silver. The sparkle white, you know, it's heavy, so it sinks. But that's okay, because I just wanted to have a little bit of it through there, you know, shining through. So there's that one. I wonder if I should wait until the sun's gone. Anyway, we're doing it. Get that one out. Comes out nice and easily. Again, transparency there in the back there. Gorgeous. I've got that little bit of dark around the edges, and then it gets lighter and lighter, and then of course we've got the clear center. What do you think? Do you like it? Love it. Love it. Now I just have to decide if I want to paint the sides silver or not. It's shimmering in the sunshine there. I'm not sure. I probably will. Look, there's my little layer of the blue first. And then the clear. I think I will give it a coat of silver. I think that'll look really pretty. Whoops, there we go. Look, I'm in the shadows now. Come around the other side. There we go. There's that one. All nice and shimmery. I love it. Let me know what you think of these guys. Do you like them? See, they were in the shade now, in the shadows, but they were in the sun. The sun's almost gone. It comes in through this window sort of between 6 and 7 o'clock in the morning, so depends what time I get down here. I haven't had my coffee yet. I wanted to come and do this. I thought they'd look really pretty in the sunshine. So there we go. There they are. I will do some silver edging and I'll set them up outside and show you the finished product. Hope you enjoyed this video. All right, I'll see you soon. Bye for now. Hey guys, I decided to paint the edges. So I'm using this one. I went around and sanded some of those little overflow areas just with my nail file. It wasn't enough to do a Dremel, so I just did that. So pretty. I love them. I really wasn't sure if I wanted to, but then I thought, well, the silver sparkle in the center there would be really nice if it had, like, it would just be picked up by the silver edge there. So that's what I'm going to do. So here we go. Pretty basic. Just paint it on. And I love this Deco color pen. I've got a gold one and a silver one and a copper one. I did start off using the Krylon 24K. This is just goes on so much better. If there's a little hole there, a bubble, like, you know, you can go to town and sand the sides as much as you want to, but look, I'm not going to. I'm not selling them, or just going to, I don't know what I'll do with them. I can sell them if someone wants them. They are heat resistant to 67 degrees Celsius because I used the platinum. Not sure what that is in Fahrenheit. I'd have to look it up. But yeah, it just coats so much easier. I find that one coat is enough. And it smooths, like, it doesn't show little brush strokes and things like that some of the others do. And if it starts to run out, you just push on it. Come on, push down, and that'll start the color flowing again. So really, really easy. Go all the way around. Focus. If you do make a mistake and you get paint on the top, you can, if you're quick enough, you can wipe it off straight away. But if it's there for like more than 2 seconds, you're going to have to get some acetone and wipe it away, which I'll probably have to do with that. We'll see if my little line will cover it or not. So it's a little bit fluffed up, this edge. It's not as flat as it used to be, but all you got to do is put a little bit on the top of the coaster and a little bit off, and just run it around. You'll find that the nib of the pen kind of sits in that groove there on the edge, so it doesn't slip off. And around we go. Pretty easy. Just going to make sure that your wet sides there don't touch the inside of your hand, because then you know, it'll transfer onto this resin piece or something else and it'll be an awful mess. Oh, look at that, it covered it. That was where I went over the edge. So, done! Ta-da! Alright, now let them dry, and then I'll set them up outside in the sun for a photo shoot. Alright, I'll see you for the next video. Bye for now. Love these.